Hello and welcome to yet another Toonkind at
You
12
started
FPS.
too soon, you bastard!
I
You gotta
started.
pause a moment after you say one. You can't immediately go from one to hello. Like, this is basic sound knowledge.
I'm keeping this on recording.
Yeah, let's commit to this.
Yeah. I
knew the moment I said something that you would commit to this specific recording, so let's just go.
I hope you're still recording because we know our history. I look at the FPS
I
still not
have
open.
it is blue. I am recording. I see the little button down there. I'm good. It's fine.
It's blue? Mine's red. Anyways.
Well, no, the stop recording button is blue, which means I'm currently recording.
Oh, mine's gray. I don't get colors like that. Messed up.
Hmm.
Anyways. Hi, welcome to yet another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am one of your players, Spec or Spectral Han. And I will be playing one Quinn. I am so sorry for the chaos and laughs in this beginning part. We don't actually know how angsty the actual FPS is going to be, so we gotta get the humor going.
Yeah, we forgot to announce this one. I'm sorry. This one it's probably gonna be between medium to high inks. I don't know. There's we
Yeah.
don't know the exact trigger warnings that are gonna be brought up either. Um, though I know for a fact that off-screen painful transformations are definitely going to be part of it
Mm-hmm.
because my boy is stupid. Which is actually, I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Fletch, also known as Fletcher, and today I'm going to be playing not Camille, but Arsene because, like I said, someone's making a stupid ass decision.
I'm sorry. But
You got that? Please. All right, I'm ignoring what you just sent in DMs, and we are going to start this FPS. I don't care if you're choking. I'm going to continue this FPS, and I'll just play Quinn.
I almost would have said it in the chat. Spoiled.
Fine.
I need you to know I'm crying so badly. I straight up could not even type the screenshot because I can't see.
Alright, are you happy?
I'm crying. I'm
This
crying.
FPS is already a mess.
I'm crying. Oh my gosh. The worst part is I forgot. Just start without me. I'm gonna mute while I take a
Make sure to mute on your recording too, and then make sure to unmute yourself. But yeah, hi. I guess I'll do the little opening because my co-host is a little indisposed at the moment. So, to set the scene, this is a few weeks post Quinn's Overblot. So, he's pretty much recovered at this point, and it is enough time to determine whether or not he's actually mentally stable and ready to take in new information. Uh, And that means that Camille can't really put things off for too much longer before a certain mouse comes banging on his door. So he's gonna try and be a bit proactive about this one. Um, he is not scripting this one, despite
We're
the
so proud and
immense
surprised.
temptation to do so. It has never worked in the past. Um, but yeah, he's ready to tell Quinn the truth, or at least as ready as he's ever going to be. And so that means that Quinn is going to receive a letter from Arsene, penned in his handwriting and everything. I'm he might have given it to Minami to give to Quinn, but we'll it's fine. One way
It's
or
fine.
another, Quinn gets a letter.
Airplanes it. He's just walking down the street and it slams him right in the forehead.
Yeah,
Listen,
you know what?
I got the humor right now.
Fair
I'm
enough.
so sorry about that, by the way.
It's fine. I love you so much.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, so fuck, I rhymed. Don't worry about it. Um, it's only like half a rhyme. I forget the exact term. But yeah, so Quinn gets a letter, and in it, it's definitely from Arsene. Like I said, it's in his handwriting. And Arsene asked Quinn to come to the Leighton Plus household at a certain date and a certain time
Yeah, he's got
because
to
he wants
prepare.
to talk.
Yeah, it's at the house because
Quinn
Quinn
doesn't.
doesn't have a place.
Yeah, though this might mean that Leo's like chilling upstairs, ready to come down if anything happens.
Leo with his ear against the floor eavesdropping. No!
But yeah, so yeah, he's making sure that Hell Hour is not happening during Quinn's visit. It's fine. Yeah, how's Quinn feeling about that letter?
He probably opened it up, looked at it, and then shakingly closed it back up, went back to his hotel, opened it again, stared at it, went through many a stages of grief, and then he was like, "Okay, I can do this." Probably went to talk to Minimi for like an hour to get hyped up.
Meanwhile, Camille's like doing the same thing with Leo.
Like he's at Minimi's face, like, "Okay, okay, okay, I can do this. I can do this, right, Min? Okay, I can do this." I like to imagine like there's a parallel like thing where they're both like with the other person, like, "Okay, I could do this. I am so strong. I am brave. I'm not going to chicken out of this. I am not going to cry the entire time. I can do this. I can do this."
It's probably contrasted with with me to be giving comfort. Meanwhile, I can just imagine like Arsene trying to hype himself up with Leo, and Leo's just, don't worry, son. If anything goes wrong, I can just hit him so hard he'll forget it. And that's that's how how that goes.
Ben's like prepping him on like different tactics on how to like handle if you panic or stuff like that. Meanwhile, Leo's just like making little punching hands, like one call is all it'll take. Let me have the excuse.
Leo, please, he won't even see me coming.
Yeah, because at this point they haven't had their fight yet, so Leo needs this.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, he probably does. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious should I start this out?
Um, now, what are the options? Because that scares me.
Well, because if we do a normal one, if we have non-angsty, um, I'm looking away from the gallery.
Yeah, that's fair.
um.
That,
Anyways, I I clicked back. I
you should have known better.
I should have. Okay, deep breath. We have three options. One, Quinn shows up a little bit early, and so Arsene has to rush. B, Quinn shows up right on time, perfectly on time, as if he was not standing outside the door staring at his watch and then walked in. Or Quinn gets caught up in a murder, and so he runs about 10, 20 minutes late, and Arsene has to panic if he's not showing up.
Mm. I guess roll a d3.
Alrighty. How's this FPS gonna go? He shows up like 15 minutes early.
Oh my gosh. I can just imagine like Quinn shows up 14 minutes early, knocks on the door, and Arsene, who at this point would have probably like just drank the tea, uh, is panicking because he's not ready yet.
I'm not ready for my date.
So, uh, and like he can't call out as himself because he can't call out as himself because that would
Boys,
indicate there's another person in the house, which would make Quinn much less likely to talk. Uh, he can't have Leo do that because it's the same issue. um, so he's kind of just sitting on the couch in very oversized clothing, panicking.
he's got like the towel in between his teeth and everything. Like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Honestly, he might ask Leo to use his fancy voice trick to stall. He needs time.
Oh gosh, I
so,
have tears in my eyes.
so I guess we're gonna go with I guess we're gonna go start off with shenanigans.
Exactly.
Uh would a certain someone like to improvise with us?
God, I had to like scramble to turn down my Switch.
I can
Valid.
imagine Leo probably have to do the same. Like he
He's
got all settled in upstairs, and then Arsene is frantically asking him to stall for him.
Now, as I was scrambling, I didn't fully hear. Does he want to stall as himself, or?
He is asking Leo to not open up the door, but use Arsene's voice to stall Quinn while the antidote does its work.
Leo pausing his handheld version of block build. Ah, fuck.
There's probably another knock at this point. Just a little more
Yeah,
reluctant.
Leo will go downstairs to the door. And in Arsene's voice, which isn't that different, but there's enough to tell. On the other side, Quinn hears, hey, you're really early.
Oh, shit. I can go actually. Yeah, sorry. I was worried about running to a murder, but I say that didn't happen. So I will. I'll be right back. Actually, you. I
I
did it.
mean, you can. It won't take too long. I need to steel myself. Because this is a very important talk that we're going to be having. I was banking on that time, to emotionally prepare.
Yeah.
Leo is staring at his brother as he is saying this.
Arsene's just sitting on the couch, just like giving Leo the most incredulous "what the fuck are you saying with my voice" stare, and
Wait, it gets worse. Here's from the other side from Quinn. Yeah, yeah. I know. Motion's talking hard. Yeah. Quinn, Quinn,
You
Quinn voice. I
you
know
know
you have
how.
trouble with emotions.
yeah, and I think like this is probably when the antidote hits. So Camille gets he continues to stare at Leo before he sort of just does a full body line art shutter and doubles over as he
That's when Leo pointedly looks away.
yeah. And I don't have to describe things.
Yeah, that
Um,
happens off screen. Scream right now is focused on Quinn very awkwardly rocking on his heels. I'm actually going to low key steal from the gallery. The Min is probably hiding in the bush somewhere, and he kind of glances back with like a little nervous look, probably checking to see if Min's actually there, because he's thinking like I could run, I could if Min's not here to catch me. He probably starts to step away from the door for like 5, just like slowly lifts his foot and just sees a head pop out, starts shaking her head, and he just slowly brings the foot closer again.
I feel like as this is all happening, like there's so many different conversations happening because Min and Leo are also texting each other.
Leo's just texting Min as he. God.
But yeah, once Leo is sure that his brother is mostly done steaming,
Gotta steam
he
those buns.
I hate you.
who doesn't like a steamed shrimp? Am I right?
I
But yeah,
Oh
once
god.
his brother is done, he goes to the door and is like, okay, I I need maybe 5 minutes and then I will open this door. I just give me a second.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And then Leo will look at his steaming, now normal brother.
Yeah, a shaky, very teenage thumbs up is given.
Leo also gives a thumbs up and very quietly goes back upstairs to his handheld version of block build.
Does Arsene have the long hair?
uh, yeah.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
Yeah, because his option.
This is why Leo asked for 5 more minutes.
They gotta cut it all and hide it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Quinn's just
Arsene
sat out. You go.
Arsene takes like a minute to sort of pull himself together, like stretch out and try to get used to teenage proportions again. Um, Thankfully, the towel did its job. Spits up the towel, uh, and it's kind of just trying to get used to things. I'll just do a dex roll. It's going okay. He's definitely uncoordinated as shit, but he's able to stand up. He's probably wearing clothes borrowed from Leo, to be honest. uh, but it's fine. And sort of just really quickly rushes over to the kitchen to just chop off the majority of his hair. Um, because he does have like basically floor length hair at this point. uh, so chops off his hair, stuffs the scissors and giant pile of hair like underneath the sink or some shit. Closes it, and then just runs over, runs over to the door like very ungracefully. He forgot about his hammer space.
This is
There's not hair in there. That's gross.
point hit Camille Tome. I forget my hammer space when I'm panicked and I put it in the worst possible position.
Legally, he has to fall into Toon Gag sometimes.
It's beautiful
Uh,
and amazing.
yeah, he does not. He absolutely does not have his old hairstyle, but he has the poofy bangs, and that's enough. That's 16. So he stumbles over to the door. Quinn can definitely hear him approach. Uh, Basically throws it open and is just, hi.
Okay, I gotta roll a dex for another funny.
was,
So that's
was Quinn leaning
that's
on the door?
yeah, that was a 7. He heard Arsene and he was so busy like miming against Minami that like by the time he heard it and processed it, the door's open and you just hear a small little thump as Quinn just falls back full force to the ground and is now looking up at you from the ground.
Shit, sorry.
Uh uh uh
And he's gonna
uh
reach down to try and help Quinn up. Which is gonna be fun. I imagine that's a strength roll.
yeah. Okay, he got a straight 10 on his whiz.
That's a -1 for me.
He goes to oh gosh. Quinn is absolutely like brain stopped right now. He's having a gay moment. Um
Yeah, you see Arsene very frazzled, with very different hair from the last time you saw him. Uh, it's probably like still a little bit longer, so it's like flying around his face as he leans down to look at you. Um, and he's reaching down to try and help Quinna.
I like to imagine
Probably like backlit by the lights in the living room too.
gosh, you're really just killing him right now. I
Yeah, why not?
I
Gotta
know
get the fluff out first.
I I have a way to flavor that -1, which is
Mm-hmm.
Quinn goes up to reach Tarzan. And you know how whenever you're being pulled up, you like normally pull a little bit so like there's tension so you get lifted.
Yeah.
He pulls a little too hard and Arsene falls on top of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see see that happening. Um, our son falls down onto Quinn with a little oof and sort of blinks in surprise before he realizes the position he's in and just scrambles back like, shit, sorry.
It. I, you get like a little thumbs up. I'm so sorry. Like all his brain cells left the moment you showed up. He literally just started handing me like ah.
Uh,
He's
our
like he's
son
probably so
moves
red
to.
because he's so aware of how stupid he sounds too.
Arsene is also completely red. It's fine. He awkwardly stands up. I'll have to roll another. I'll have to roll another dex.
I do that. Okay, Quinn
That's
did
a
a
10. Arsene awkwardly stands up. He resembles a lot like a baby horse that was literally just born 10 minutes ago trying to learn how to stand.
Oh, Quinn probably like he got higher on his whiz in a pretty decent dex. He got a 13 whiz and then a 17 dex. And so he probably like gathers himself enough to like stand up and then move to like hold Arsene's hand and help support him.
Yeah, Arsene goes even more red. He's just uh th- thanks.
Of
I
course.
why don't we go in?
Yeah, that'd be good. He purposely glances back at the bush where he knows someone has been staring at him.
And our son's gonna go inside and shut the door.
The door is closed. Quinn, I like to imagine Quinn just kind of like stands at the entrance, like takes off his shoes and then just stands there. You know the way you do whenever you enter like somebody else's house but you don't know where to go? So he's just very awkwardly standing there.
um, he could sit on the couch.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And Arsene's going to start making his way over to the couch.
Quinn is just gonna follow him. Like he's very fidgety right now. He's like messing with his hands. He's moving them back and forth. He's tugging on his hoodie. He keeps putting his hands in his hoodie pocket and taking them out. He's like
I hold him.
he's like like literally he probably even has like a small like fidget toy he's bought out at this point. He's just going at it.
Yeah, Arsene, he flops back onto the couch. Definitely still a bit awkward. He's and probably have a little more force than intended because he's used to having to like basically climb or jump onto the couch. But now he's much taller than the couch and he can just sit down like a normal person, but he does not.
Quinn, I'm gonna roll something. Okay. What's your modifier for this? All right. I'm gonna. This is fine. You know, I'm actually probably just gonna stick to the thing because it's more fun. But yeah, so that's a deception from Quinn.
Uh-huh.
Um, he is. Do you want to roll insight?
Yeah, sure, let me do that. That's a 14.
Yeah. No.
Boy, really fucking struggled getting onto the couch.
While you are fighting for your life to get on the couch, he watches you kind of flop down, and instead of like staring, he kind of just gets a soft smile and like is holding back a little affectionate chuckle.
Oh. And I think once our son is situated, he'll sort of look over at Quinn like, so, uh, you probably have question.
That, well, and he does actually laugh. You, yeah, yeah. To be honest, I don't even know where to start. I've been knowing this conversation was going to show up the moment Minami helped me realize it was all not, well, a dream, but
Right.
it's, yeah,
I'm I'm sorry for keeping it from you for so long.
well, you had your reasons, I'm sure of it.
I mean, everyone has reasons for doing everything, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
so, like,
Finding a motive is kind of one of the things.
yeah, it's what we detectives do.
Nothing can happen without a motive, right? Um,
Yeah. Kind of rubs the back of his neck, yeah. Wouldn't really be a crime then. If there wasn't a motive, that'd be just an accident. Changes the
mhm.
sentence and everything. Sorry, I didn't mean it like I'm not saying that motives make a
It,
crime.
no, it's fine. I know what you mean. I do. You have anywhere you'd want me to start?
Yeah. Um, it's I I have a lot of questions, but I guess the one that's I've had for the longest, it's and ironically not even involving your death or supposed death. Why did why did you stop talking? And he kind of looks up at you at that with like very reserved eyes. Like he's trying to stay very calm and collected right now.
I'm so sorry to Quinn because Arsene kind of just that's so out of what he expected you to ask that he sort of just blinks like, what?
You stopped contacting me for a bit before it all happened. I well, I kind of assumed you either well, eh, you either didn't like me or forgot about me. I tried not to linger on any idea too much. Neither was really fun.
How? Well, the truth is, it's, neither.
Okay. Uh,
I sort of, uh, well, um, it's gonna sound bad.
that well, it can't be worse than my original fears.
I may have, uh, forgot.
You, but you just said that you
Well,
didn't.
not about you, of course.
He's got a very conflicted look.
Look, there was a lot of stuff happened, and when I was usually going to send you something in reply, a big case sort of popped up that needed my immediate attention, or else people would die, and you know how it usually is. Then after that, when that was all solved and such, and I could actually use mail again,
He had forgotten.
it I realized I forgot to send you something, and by the time I remembered, it was, well, I figured you probably wouldn't want to hear from me again. Not to mention, it'd be really long, so I couldn't really just send you a letter like nothing happened. So I thought that I would get you a gift for your birthday. And it had to be a really good gift, and it ended up being a bit late, of course. And by
Yeah.
and by the time I had it all together to send, it was oh, let's just say another case came up.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah, I did get your gift, by the way. Thank you. And he kind of reaches into his hoodie and pulls out a chain where he has gotten the pendant hooked on.
Arsene smiles as he's just good. I'm glad you like it.
Well, it's from you. And he kind of
Sorry
gives a
about
weak
it
smile.
being so late.
Uh, he kind of tucks it back in. Better late than never, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess that though does lead to the question you probably thought I was going to ask. What happened? I I have scoured the crime scene. I have checked through every bit of documentation I could get my hands on, minus of course your case file, which Leo is very intent on keeping from me. And he takes a deep breath. Sorry. And well, it makes no sense. Which you know I don't like saying that. But it
Our son kind of winces as uh, he frowns and furrows his eyebrows because this is the question he was waiting for, but it's almost like the very act of asking it is painful to him.
Quinn kind of bites the cheek. Sorry,
No,
Moon, I needed more tact.
it's fine. I don't really think there's any amount of tact that could change the fact that I really need to explain it to you.
I mean, Arsene, if okay, if you don't want to, I can understand and respect that. I don't want you to feel like you have to. I want to put that out there.
You know that I'm alive.
Yes. And to be honest, that is all that matters in the end. If it
You know that I'm alive. So you need. You're already in
In.
It's
I'm gonna roll
already
it
dangerous
insight.
for you.
I'm gonna roll
Alright,
that
you can roll an
insight.
insight. What you looking for, buddy?
He was trying to figure out if trying to read that basically before that the dangerous that it was obvious that there was an outside source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that he's not just keeping stuff from you for shits and giggles, and also that this isn't information he particularly enjoys talking about, but there's like a sense of duty he feels in telling you.
Quinn kind of frowns and then reaches over and takes Arsene's hand and gently rubs a thumb over it. It's okay.
What the fuck? Okay. Um, I just my recording's out.
Oh no?
I just got an error from OBS that said that the recording is kaput.
So Fletch, click record right now. We are not repeating what happened. I'm going to stop recording right now, and then we're gonna.
No,
No, I won't.
you keep recording.
I'll keep going, but you
Uh,
start it. You remember what happened last time?
by the way, you remember to unmute, right?
Yes, I did. I remember
Okay.
this time.
All
I
right.
took
Give
like
me a
3
moment
times.
because I need to see what exactly happened.
Understandable.
Because it said it was like some sort of encoding error.
Hmm.
Why are things cursed this way?
Well, it's always our FPSs.
I know, right? I don't think it's a memory thing because output. Yeah, because it's going to something that has more than enough space for it.
Hmm.
Like I still have over 100 gigabytes left of storage there.
Do you want to just click start and see if it works?
Yeah, let me see if it actually. Let me see if that recording is still
Who?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if the recording still exists and it just ended it early, then that's less cause for concern. Uh, okay, yeah, it does look like the recording's here. I can see the little thing. So I'm just gonna hit start recording again.
Yep. Let's just get back at it.
All right, cool, 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 cool. Where were we?
um. Oh yeah. He reaches over and takes Arsene's hand and gently rubs his thumb over Arsene's fingers.
Wait,
You good?
we.
Oh.
Also, if you are doing that, would you like to make a perception?
Yes. What is your modifier? Because your whiz is shit. Okay, you at least got proficiency in this one.
Yeah, while I pull this one up, because he currently does not have his disguise self up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. Um, I don't think that's enough to notice. I
Whew.
don't think that's enough to notice the little hairline scars he has. Because those are meant to be very, very subtle, and they're probably even more so now that it's been some time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that said,
Yeah.
what hand are you grabbing?
Whichever one would be closest to him. because he was reaching to comfort Arsene before he started talking.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess one is left, the other is right.
Like whatever side they're sitting on.
Oh, okay. I went for right, so 15, however, is enough to notice that when you have Arsene's hand in yours, you can feel a sort of rougher texture on his palm.
Oh gosh. He probably like is starting to speak. He probably goes, so it was a, and then he kind of stops as like his hand feels that and his gaze drifts down and he takes Arsene's hand and flips it over very delicately.
And you can see a little circular burn scar on his palm. I'm not making you roll for that because I feel like as a detective, you would know what that
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, he
Uh, yeah, so you'll get that. And for painting an audio picture, it's it's pretty it's like pretty it fits very well into the palm of his hand, and it's not like a completely filled in circle but more so like a ring shape, though it is a bit thicker than like an actual ring. And our son kind of blinks as he's just Win.
sorry, and he kind of just gently traces the burn scar. You're okay, right? That's what matters in the end, right?
I'm as okay as I can be and as safe as I can be.
Okay. And he kind of just wraps his hand around Arsene's hand. I'm going to roll really quick an intelligence to see if he can realize what that scar is from.
Mm-hmm. You can do history if it's higher.
Let's see. Nope.
Well, then let's just do that.
Yep, he has no idea what that is.
You know, to be fair, there's any number of
Yeah.
options that could have left that burn.
That's why I didn't have him automatically get it, and it was more of a Arsene hurt. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. So sorry, shouldn't focus. Yeah. So it was a murder, correct?
Uh, well,
Sorry, I
I
know I'm being so blunt.
well, to be fair, I was about to answer that if I didn't fake my death for fun. So
Well, I guess I can respond in kind, but I do have to ask, does Leo know?
I would certainly hope so, considering that this is his house.
Very good. Okay. And does Leo know I know?
I mean, Leo was there.
Well, I didn't
Uh,
know if he knew that you would tell me. It's just very important to me that I do know this information because Leo swore to me that it was not murder, and that was the entirety of his reason to not give me that case file. And so I need to know, does Leo
oh, so
realize he was wrong?
this is a petty thing.
Arsene, it, I, it's not, it's a matter of justice, Arsene. Like,
No, this is you two always do this.
no, I don't always do this.
You do when you're with Leo, when I'm not around to make sure you two don't fist fight.
I,
I mean, well, of course he wouldn't fist fight beforehand. It would more so be Leo crying. You
yeah,
know.
and then you would fist fight me.
Well, yeah, he's my brother.
You don't have to fist fight for him. If he is wrong, then he needs to suffer the consequences to his pride.
This,
I'm sorry, this is not where the conversation I thought was gonna go.
you can tell that your childhood. Like, now you always try to make me take a side. You two
Well,
can figure it out yourselves.
well, that's because you take a side because you start defending Leo the moment you have just chosen your side the moment you start getting on to me for making him cry. I can't help that your brother's a crybaby.
He's my twin. I have to take his side.
No, you don't. I'm your rival. Does that mean nothing?
I mean, I think as your rival, if anything, that would predispose me to not taking your side.
No. It means that you're supposed to only not take my side whenever we're competing for something. But when it comes to like this, we have like ours. It's a bond. You don't betray your rival. That's like
You
Detective
don't betray.
101.
I live with him.
That's more of the. You have plenty of time to make it up to him then.
I'm not doing this.
There's probably a moment before Quinn just suddenly pulls you into a tight hug.
Arsene does in fact make a surprise squeaky toy noise.
I missed you.
And he sort of just melts into the hug as he puts his arms around Quinn as he replies with, I missed you.
We have to get back to a serious talk eventually, don't we?
That we do.
We can hug a little
We
bit.
do.
And he kind of pulls Arsene a bit closer.
I'm looking away from the
The moment you laughed, I looked over and I saw.
Our son sort of leans into Quinn just a bit more.
So, all right. They probably stay at that for like a minute before Quinn finally pulls away and kind of nervously folds his hands into his lap. All right. Well, it was a murder. Tell me about the bastards who did it.
It Before I tell you more, Quinn, I I need you to give me your word on something.
What is it?
When I tell you about guys, I need to know you're not going to. I need to know you're not going to try to run off and deal with them alone. And that if you find any information, you're not going to hide it from the rest of us.
Quinn kind of glances away at that.
I'm I'm sorry if it offends you, but I
No. It's a very reasonable thing to ask. It's just, well, it's hard to agree when I know I'd want to do that. He kind of gives a weak smile.
Arsene sending me some very bad things.
Oh no.
He wants to outright ask Quinn, that's not part of your deal, is it?
Oh gosh. That's up to you, man.
I think our son, he's gonna have to rip the band-aid off, so he pauses and just is. That's. It's not part of your deal, is it?
Yeah, I'm rolling it
I
at this.
love that you had that locked.
he handles it fine. No, for the other part. You want to roll insight?
Um,
Wait, you beat
I
that
mean,
anyway.
yeah, I was like, I can if you want for
Yeah,
funny flavor's sake,
I
but
am so sorry, Arsene, but he kind of blinks for about a second as what you say process, and then he just kind of, what deal?
uh, that was a what deal, right?
Yeah.
I look, Quinn, I know you made a deal. I'm not entirely sure with what, but I don't think it's anything good. And it's. I would rather you be alive and hate me than you love me and be dead.
And he kind of winces at that, especially on the latter part. Well, it makes sense that you'd know. You were there. The okay. And you kind of see him deflate. And no, it is not part of my deal.
All right.
That is just good old Quinn recklessness.
What uh what was your deal if I can ask? I just please I need to know. I'm don't no matter what you say, I'm still going to be your friend at the okay?
Insert oof noise at friend. He doesn't actually make that, but I'm just imagining it in the background. There's a oof.
He's not gonna assume anything. You you can be romantically entangled and be friends. In fact,
I
that's
know.
probably the idea.
Yeah, no, it is the idea, but it was just really funny timing.
Yeah.
Um, I well, do we want the full story or the quick version?
Whichever one you want to give. Um, I mean, I'm going to be telling you the story, I assume.
Yeah.
So, may as well make it even. Did you have an into that, Iggy?
Okay, that's even, so I don't know how to interpret that. Oh, Quinn.
Camera Bear has some objections.
You're gonna want to roll insight. Let me roll this
Oh.
because he's not gonna be lying, so I'm not gonna roll deception. But
Alright, that's a 21.
yeah, um, I agree to bring justice to your death. And with that insight, you could tell there is stuff he's not telling you.
Quinn, what kind of justice?
Uh, well, it was up to me in the end. Um, doesn't matter though, you're not dead, so there's nothing to worry about, right?
Well, your tone kind of implies otherwise.
Yeah, that fits with his deception roll right there. It's full story for full story, right? And kind of just droops at that.
All right, I can agree to that.
Okay. In that case, I have to ask a question for you first. Which deal
Arsene
do you
nods.
want to know about?
Which deal?
Yes. Which deal I made do you want with him do you want to know about? And he kind of looks up at you with like heavy eyes.
How many did you make?
Just two. One not on purpose and the other a bit more formally.
Let's start at the beginning.
Right, well, that first one was pretty vague. I didn't even realize it was a deal at the time. I just remember saying with all my heart that I was going to make things even. I didn't even realize that a deal had been made until much, much later.
You're going to make things even.
He kind of looks away.
Was that what you said exactly?
And he kind of gives a weak laugh. To be honest, I don't actually remember exactly what I said. I don't remember a lot from those weeks.
Right. Okay. And the second one?
That one, I was able to be a lot more specific. I made a formal deal, a formal one, and, well, I agreed to keep my friends safe.
That's it?
Sorry, someone walked in.
You're good.
So I had to do like the really rapid hand wave. What did you say?
He just said, that's it?
Yeah. Well, that is the summary of it, I guess. Keep you guys safe. I yeah, made an official deal, and in exchange, I was given the power to keep you guys safe.
And what was he given?
Arsene, I I need you to know when I made this deal, I didn't have much to lose, okay? And well, besides all of you, and you can hate me all you want, but that will not change my decision in this matter.
When? What did you give him?
He kind of gives like a weak smile. What else do you give in a deal like that? I gave him my soul.
Arsene takes a moment as he inhales and takes the long, slow breath. And his eyes drift closed for a moment before he looks over at Quinn, and there's no hatred for Quinn in those eyes, but there is so much fear.
Quinn looks away. He can't look at that.
Soul?
I didn't really have anything else, and while I figured I had practically already given a good part of it away with my accidental deal, might as well. You know the belief that what you do in this cycle can affect the next one, right?
Right? But
Well,
you
considering how far I was willing to go to make sure that your next cycle was safe, he kind of gets a weak laugh. I wasn't looking forward to seeing what my next cycle would end up like.
so you decided to just give it all up?
There are things more important to me, Arsene, now. Like all of you.
And it's your soul. That's if anything happens to you, that's it. There's
Yeah, trust me, I'm very aware, Arsene.
you don't even know what he's going to do with it.
I don't. But I know that at least now I'll be able to keep all of you safe. I'll be able to stop this from happening again. And to be honest, that means a lot more to me than any cycle.
Quinn, you
Like I said, I don't care if you hate me. That will not change my decision on this fact.
I'm not going to hate you, Quinn, but I don't hate you, but I want to see you again.
Yeah, well, like I said, considering my plans, I didn't think we'd ever end up in the same circle in the next cycle. And, well, to be honest, the chances of me ever ending up near you again was pretty impossible, so I figured, might as well.
Do you really think lowly of yourself?
It's
That I'm really that far above you.
no, it's not. It's not like that as much as, well,
Then what is it like?
Arsene. And his voice kind of steals slightly.
Oh, one moment. Fuck. I got the encoder error again.
Brief pause.
Repose.
Whew. Hi there, my baby's gone and popped up into my lap because I am going through it.
That's fair. Okay. Is it because I have a fucking NVIDIA update?
Could be.
You were literally fine 2 hours ago. All right. Well, whenever those things update, I have to like restart my computer, so I'm just gonna hit the record button again.
We're just gonna keep going at it.
All right. So you were saying?
Quinn kind of steals his voice slightly. Well, there's a reason there's different severity of crimes and different punishments with those. You wouldn't expect a murderer to go on the same level as someone who is just breaking and entering.
So you're planning on becoming a murderer?
And he kind of takes a long sigh. I don't know yet, I'll be honest. And like
Well,
I said,
I can help make that decision for you right now.
oh yes, you're going to tell me no.
Don't.
I already knew. Yeah, I knew you would. I've known your thoughts on this since the beginning, Arsene.
Well, I try to make them very obvious. It's almost like I only have one standard.
Yeah, well, it kind of gives a weak laugh. I am so sorry, but I don't know if I can live up to that standard. I don't
The
know.
bar is on the floor.
Well,
And you're telling me you don't even want to step over it.
like I said, I don't care if you hate me.
I don't hate you, but I'm not going to let you get away with that.
I don't
And I
plan on it.
know that you're not a murderer.
Well, I don't know that.
I don't care what this guy tells you. The Quinn that I know is someone who would never do that.
Well, you haven't spoken to that Quinn in how many years? Sorry. I shouldn't have snapped.
It's fine. I really can't believe you would.
Yeah, well, people change and it's not always for the better.
And people can change for the better. They just have to believe they can and have someone. When you're not alone. You have a support system.
I know I do. It's not a. I'll be honest, Arsene. It's not a matter of I think this is the only solution. The difference is, Arsene, is I want this. Okay, I've wanted this for 2 years. I am very aware that I am not a good person for this, Arsene, and that is why you don't even have to worry about locking me up. I plan the moment I finish up. I am heading back to Fort Sinon and I am putting myself in prison for the rest of my life. I am well aware of my plans. But every time I think.
Just stop.
And he kind of curls back some and goes quiet.
I You think just because you want this, you're already beyond safe, that there's no point to change. because the moment you wanted it, you were as good as a murderer in your eyes.
He's not looking at you.
That's just stupid. Her detective, Quinn, and he sort of gives Quinn a little push.
Quinn,
We don't lock people up for what they think or feel. Hell, the point of our job isn't even to lock people up. It's to find out the truth. It's to help people find justice, whatever that may mean for them. And yeah, we have to rely on the law a lot. But there's no law against feeling things. There's nothing that says that your every moment has to be some Quinn. I am sick and tired of seeing people try to throw themselves away because they think that they're not good enough anymore. That's not your decision to make. It's not my decision to make.
but whose is it?
The only thing that matters is that you try to become a better person, that you try to help people. It doesn't matter if you want something. It doesn't matter if you've killed someone. It doesn't matter if you've killed lots of people. You are still a person, and that is not something that can be denied. Locking yourself up is just running away from things. It's just throwing yourself away.
Quinn doesn't answer. You can tell as he stares at his hands, he is doing everything in his power to keep himself together right now.
I'm I'm sorry I put you in that quit.
You you didn't do anything, Arsene. It was all my decisions. Don't apologize for stuff that's not your fault.
I still put you in that position. I kept the truth from you.
I can't blame you though, considering what you said, trying to send a message that far away. Arsene, I made that promise the moment I read the newspaper. Which we know how fast those things get out. You couldn't have told me in time.
I think Arsene just pulls Quinn into a hug.
And I am not going to even let the dice decide this one. The moment he's in Arsene's arms, Quinn is crying softly.
And Arsene is rubbing Quinn's back. Okay, Quinn, we'll find her other thing.
I'm sorry.
Well, said the only thing that matters is that we try moving forward. Just don't put yourself away.
I'll try. No, no. I will.
Thank you.
He kind of pulls Arsene closer. But Arsene, I need you to realize before you get your hopes up, I don't know if I can undo what I've done.
Well, would it help if I told you you don't have to do it alone?
Cases were always solved faster when both of us were working on it.
Of course. World wasn't ready for the two of us.
Is that why I had to take you away?
Maybe.
That was a pretty bullshit reason if you ask me. And Quinn kind of just stays there in the hug. Arsene,
What's up?
do you think you can tell your story while we're hugging? I don't want to let go. Not
Of
again.
course. Oh, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you should try talking to Shirozumi sometime.
The scary one?
The scary one.
Oh,
I think, if I can find a way to make sure the two of you aren't allergic to having feelings for an hour or two, I think it might be good for you.
I'm not allergic to having feelings. And he kind of pulls away to look at you a little upset. I just, it's not easy to, say, hey, I sold my soul. That's not exactly something that you have a prep sheet for. I don't script these things out. No one does.
Yeah. Well, if it helps, I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay, I'm gonna have Quinn be real stupid for about 5 seconds. He pales really significantly. You sold your soul?
No!
Oh, okay. Oh, I was about to call you a hypocrite.
I. No. I more so mean it's hard to exactly go up to people and say, hey, sorry, I faked my death. I sort of got assassinated.
Fucked up, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he doesn't go back to the hug, but he does take Arsene's hands and squeeze them tightly. Well, before I guess you get to interrogate me anymore about my problems, a story for a story.
Right. And you deserve the full. And I'm gonna hit him with the thing because it's been probably almost an hour at this point.
Yeah, it's been an hour for us.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to hit him with the timer.
He didn't get
And
to tell Quinn before.
nope.
Mm.
Uh, our son jolts, and there's a little choked gasp as he doubles over.
Arsene? And Quinn,
I
instantly goes to support him.
It's okay. That's what I was going to tell you.
That,
I
oh God, so are you dying right in front of me?
no, no. Just can you take me to the bath?
Yeah, yeah, sure. And he starts helping Arsene towards the bathroom, which he probably knows where because he has been there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Arsene stumbles alongside Quinn and tries to explain as he's another reason I there's whatever comes out on their side, just I I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. You're scaring me, Arsene.
And even though he's currently uh, extremely hot to the touch and also probably like super sweaty and clutching his heart and so pale.
Yeah, Quinn's
Um,
definitely not letting go. I'm sorry. He does not care how hot to the touch you are.
yeah,
Oh, I gotta roll. I gotta roll a
he
wisdom.
he gives Quinn a little smirk as he he's just don't worry, I'll be fine.
You, you better keep your word. Did I have healing magic? Thanks. Well, don't worry
No,
about how I got
it's
it.
and our son takes a moment to take a shuddery breath and he sort of tries to move away from Quinn and support himself on the bathroom counter.
Quinn does not loosen his grip. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. That was a 4 wisdom. He's really freaked out right now.
Fair. He's just Quinn, please let go.
I I hate everything about what Quinn just handed me, but okay. Okay. And he kind of lets go and steps back and closes the door
Alright.
as he leaves.
And Arsene is going to lock the door uh, as he probably grabs the closest towel and bites down on it.
Yeah.
And
Meanwhile,
do I.
Quinn is probably leaned against the wall outside, trying not to have a breakdown.
Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yes, everything's going great. What were you asking?
Okay, I was worried that Quinn was going to try something stupid.
Oh,
But he's just.
no,
Oh
he
no!
handed me something stupid, but it was not in the way of it's going to interfere with Arsene.
Fair enough. So yeah, we're just gonna. It's probably like a good 10 or so minutes, and our son is doing his absolute best to not make a noise about it.
Oh, well, if it makes
Uh,
you go.
Quinn, you want to roll the percepi, I guess?
I am probably going to roll it at disadvantage though, because he may or may not be having don't know. Is it a close to a panic attack?
Fair enough.
He yeah, he still hears you.
Okay, no, thankfully that's not to hear. I guess I can roll a deception to see how quiet he is.
Mm-hmm.
Though unfortunately that also has to be with his. I know he's fine. That towel is doing God's work here. I love how both of them got an axed out nat 20 though.
They're going through it.
Yeah, no. Quinn, thankfully, does not hear anything. That was just to see if he noticed the faint smell of petrichor.
I'm going to
But
roll. Can I roll a history on that
sure.
to see if he would recognize the smell from any testimonies, possibly?
Mm-hmm. It specifically smells like sickly sweet petrichor. Well, I guess you're ready. And I guess if anyone could smell it, that's more so your wheelhouse because that's your substance.
Yeah. Um, it stands out enough to him that like I was gonna make it probably like a nat 20 at most. Um, it stands out to him, and it's a very distinct smell, and he feels like it's important, but he can't quite remember what. I will admit I had the DC very high in my head for that.
Okay, cool.
Like,
uh,
like that was a nat
okay.
20 only allowance. I won't lie.
Understandable. Um, yeah, about like 10 or so minutes later, Arsene has fully shrunk and taken a moment to recollect himself and adjust to being small again. And an extra minute to take another deep breath and steel himself for what's on the other side of that door. So, Quinn, you hear the door unlocking and you see it get pushed open. Um, I will say that the Camille probably turned the fan on in the bathroom because, God,
He is not risking Quinn breathing that in.
yeah. Uh, it also probably disperses like relatively quickly, but
Yeah,
yeah. Um, the smell probably does still get just a little bit stronger. Oh no, what's that?
that's wisdom.
Oh no.
To be honest, he probably does not see Camille straight away. He's having a
Probably.
moment.
Yeah. Camille's also not exactly opening the door fast. But at some point he can't really hide behind it any longer, and Quinn, you don't see when you look for our son, you don't see him. Your eyes have to travel a good bit further down to a small figure that can just barely reach the doorknob. Someone who is in the same clothes that Arsene was, and someone who has the exact same rushed, choppy haircut that Arsene did. But this someone is far, far younger.
Hey, Camille.
It it's not Camille, Quinn.
No, no. Okay, that, that was a
It's
funny. He's kind of struggling to get air in his lungs. That was a funny. It's a funny. Arsene can come out
I'm
now.
please I need you to believe me. Okay? Look. And he trods over to Quinn in his extremely ill-fitting clothes, the pants rolled up to make sure that he's not tripping over them. And he shows Quinn his palm, one that has the exact same scar that Arsene did.
Okay. And Quinn just kind of slowly sinks down to the ground as he kind of sits there.
I really wanted to try telling you before it wore off, but I got a little distracted.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
going to be honest. There is a emetophobia warning because he is not handling this well in my head.
understandable.
So I want to put that warning out for all listeners since we do not have an official warning list for this FPS. Continue, sorry.
You have 30 seconds.
Go. Or
Sorry. Oh,
one second.
I was giving you 30 seconds.
To like do it or wait.
uh,
I'm lost now.
I guess starting now, you have 30 seconds to do it in case anyone wants to mute.
Sweet. Okay. 1 second. Arsene and Quinn very quickly kind of stumbles towards the bathroom and yeah, he's not handling this well.
Yeah, our son kind of just wins. This is not ideal.
And after a moment, he's probably back and he's kind of leaning against the door. Okay.
Um, sorry, he winces again.
Well,
Uh,
I don't see why you're apologizing unless you're telling me that, unlike the other, this part was planned and you're faking the death event.
um, I'm still sorry you had to find out this way.
Yeah, well,
I wanted the chance to tell you with my own voice, but
he got
we'll
busy.
just have to do it like this.
He got busy talking about my problems instead of yours. Sorry.
Oh, oh, it's fine. And he gives Quinn a small smile. At the very least, I got to talk to you properly, even if only for a little bit.
Yeah. And I will say Quinn is, I hate to say this, is not looking at Camille at all.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. I did not realize he was going to handle this bad until we got in the moment.
That's fair. Are you okay?
I
Do you need to sit down?
it's just keep talking. Just keep talking. Arsene. Camille, Moon, what do I even call you right now?
I'm I'm still Arsene.
Yeah. Arsene then. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to sit down? I can get you some water.
No, please keep talking. I came here to find out the truth. Well, let's get to it, I guess. I've already gotten a good portion of it. Might as well get the rest.
Okay. Like I said, it was someone came to take care of Mom because as a detective, you kind of get used to poking your nose where it doesn't belong. And I'm not sure how she didn't know, but they managed to take her by surprise, and by pure dumb luck, I happened to show up at the wrong time.
And Quinn nods to show that he's listening.
So they decided to try and get rid of me as well. They poisoned me. I think with the same thing that they gave to Mom. But it didn't it didn't kill me. It must have been a side effect or something that they didn't plan for, but instead of dying, I ended up like this.
Okay.
And when I came to, things were already on fire. So I could, and I let them believe that there was nothing left of me.
Okay. And that's why you couldn't tell people, I'm guessing. The less people who know, the less likely they are to find out. That's a standard faking your death case motive, right?
Right. I didn't want, I wasn't sure exactly who to trust.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
there had to be someone, right?
Yeah. It wouldn't have happened in the first place. Well, after all that, I can't blame you for not wanting to trust people. Yeah.
And I mean, there was a lot of people that I did trust. I didn't want them in danger either. It would be for the best for everyone if things really were so open and shut that Sam Layton met his unfortunate early end that day.
No. No, you're wrong.
I know I was. and
Okay.
I'm sorry for that.
That's all right. I mean,
I,
as long as you don't think that anymore, what can I say? That's all that matters, right?
right. Mm. And I had a very hard time learning that, believe me, but I honestly didn't think it would take this long.
To figure out. So these past 2 years, you've been trying to find a way to, and you. Okay, got it. Well, you've got me to help now, and like I said earlier, when we always solve cases faster together, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, just please try and keep your word.
Yeah, 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 trust me. He kind of gives a weak laugh. I've gotta stay alive long enough to fix this deal, right?
Right. And
And I've gotta stay around long enough to see you again. You, you, you know what I mean.
don't worry, I do. I, I wish I could say that staying this way was intentional and it was some calculated move on my part to keep things safer. After all, most magic doesn't work if you change shape, right?
Yeah, but I'm guessing this wasn't planned.
We still don't know how to say what happened to me, uh, both then and now, that it wasn't a curse and it wasn't magic.
But and there goes Quinn making horrible ideas. But
I don't know.
could magic work?
Uh,
Like
we
something
tried.
powerful enough, I like more powerful than most people ever get.
Quinn, what are you thinking of?
Before we get rid of it, we could put this deal to use. I can talk to him.
No, you. We don't need you any more in depth, Quinn.
Yes, but if it means getting you back, think about it. If you're back, then we could solve my problem faster. But more importantly, you'll be back, and
Quinn,
it'd be worth it. And
Quinn,
I will say, he's still not looking at you. I'm sorry.
Quinn. At least look at me if you're going to talk about that.
I I don't want to look over Arsene. I don't want it to be real. If I keep my eyes closed and I stay right here, then I can at least pretend. But if I look over Arsene, then it is all so very, very real. So yes, I'm going to keep my eyes closed and I'm going to look away. and I'm going to try and think of how I can help you get out of this as soon as possible.
We we have people helping Quinn. We just have to trust them.
You
We have
really,
to trust that even if it takes time, they'll find a way.
you really won't let me even ask him, will you?
No. This, like it or not, is my body right now. And it is still my choice what happens with it.
All right, I fine. I won't. I won't ask him.
Thank you.
Of course, like you said, it's your choice in the end.
I
Very.
trust people who are helping me, Quinn,
That's good.
and I trust you. So please trust me when I say that I know we can find a permanent solution that doesn't come at too great a cost.
Okay. And he finally glances over at you and he has silent tears falling as he looks at you.
And I am sorry it turned out this way.
Like I said all this time, it's not your fault, Arsene.
Well, I'm sorry on the universe's behalf then.
Well, the universe can apologize to me itself at this point. It can come down here and say some words. I'd actually like to meet it in person. Want to throw hands with it.
I'm sorry looking over the gallery.
I love the galleries just like strangles, 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 strangles a patron.
Arsene sort of snorts and is just put in a few good words for me. Or at least a good few punches.
I'll probably throw in some kicks for you as well.
Thing. Well, the kicks can be for Leo.
Oh, we both know if the universe comes to visit, Leo's somehow going to appear there to throw his own punches.
I guess you have a point.
He always finds a way to get involved.
Well, he's quite good at that.
Like someone else I know.
Oh, like you?
No. Thank you very much. I don't get into half as much trouble as you both do.
Well, judging, you are comparing yourself to two people, so I feel like all in all that evens out to all of us causing an equal amount of trouble.
No. Outside of this case, I like to think of myself as quite trouble-free.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about that time back in Porcelain
Nope, okay.
with
Okay.
the lost dog?
Okay, we're bringing up bad. You know what? Fine. Fine. Just. He gives a small laugh. You always manage to do this. Every
Do
time.
it.
someone gets really upset, you make them smile again.
Well, I am half Toon.
Nah, I don't think
Kind
it's
of good at that.
I don't think it's because you have to. I just think you're that nice.
Well, I certainly try.
Yeah, you do. And it does make some things a bit more, well, complicated. Motion to the no kill rule, but
Well, I feel like that is a fairly normal rule to have. If anything, I'm more lenient than most people.
he gets a snort at that. Uh,
Oh, you
no.
do not know the people I'm friends with.
Do you say that, Quinn? Yeah, fine. You don't know the people I'm related to.
Camille raises an eyebrow.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I feel like there is an active choice in friendship versus related to it. Ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Anyways, Quinn voice. We're not addressing that. Anyway,
Um, are hun off the table now, or
no, hugs are still fine. I just gotta. Actually, we'll wait on the hugs.
that's okay? I sort of figured.
It's not because I don't want to hug you. It's he is burning bright red. Quinn voice. I can't hug you right now.
Is it because I smell? And he
No,
sort of like
no,
lifts an arm.
it's not. And he kind of buries his face in his hands. It's
It did kind of stick to the clothes.
it's no, it's not the smell.
Uh, then what is it?
Well, I mean, I've already told you, I sold my soul. This can't get worse, I guess. Okay. Do you remember what happened in the during the events?
Arsene pauses, and I'm just gonna roll like a general whiz, I guess, to see if he picks up what Quinn's putting down. Okay, that's a 14. It probably takes him a little while as he furrows his eyebrows to think before his eyes widen and he just immediately flushes red.
Yes. So
I Yeah, I guess this would kind of make that awkward.
it makes it very awkward.
Oh, ah, yeah. Oh, we can shelve that discussion until I'm big again.
Quinn kind of winces at that.
Well, no, not that. Um,
No, it's Arsene, I'm going to ask a question. I want you to answer as yourself. Okay, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Remember how we thought it was gonna be Arsene who's gonna be the problem here about this?
To be honest, they were doomed from the start in terms of dating.
Yeah, well, Quinn's being
We'll
stupid
get
again.
together eventually, but
Yeah, well, do you like? Gosh, this sounds even more stupid in my head out loud. Um, do you do you like really like me, or like is it like a fleeting thing? Because I feel like it'd be easier for you if it was a fleeting thing.
uh-huh.
But it doesn't matter how I feel in this situation, because Arsene, I feel bad leading you on when I'm already engaged, okay? I shouldn't have made the move before. It was selfish of me, and I don't want you to wait and be hopeful for this when I can't even be sure that's something I'd be allowed to do.
Your son sort of just blinks before he's wait, you're engaged?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he already
Yeah, he
he
do.
already knew that, but like
I like to imagine
it's
it's the processing there.
yeah.
It's one of those he
Just
knew, and then one of those, oh, it hit.
yeah. Just wait. I know that you're serious about um you'll like them, I mean.
uh, I don't know that yet, but I this isn't something to just back out of, Arsene. I'm afraid this one's probably a lot more complicated than the deal is. So I don't want to lead you on when I can't even promise I'd be there for you in the end. It was selfish of me to even, for a brief moment, I forgot about all that. And, well, now that I have myself together, I have to acknowledge what is a responsible thing to do here.
Is that what you want to do?
What was that?
It's just the whiz to see how boy's doing.
How's he doing?
Well, that's an 8, so
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's what I need to do. Okay, Arsene?
but what if you don't like them?
It doesn't matter. Both of us know that already. And I'm sure that we'll like each other by the end. I've heard that she's real sweet and she's pretty. I'll give out she's definitely pretty. Uh and well, I'm me. He kind of gives a weak smile. just
Um,
it you deserve better than to have your hopes up for someone who
well, I sort of feel like that's my line here. If this is you do and will make you happy, don't let me stop you. Especially because, well, and he gestures at himself.
gallery right. I'm so sorry to everyone in the gallery who was pointing at the men in Quinn FPS where Quinn was blatantly told I'm dying was
I'm
blatantly
so
told
sorry. I feel like Camille's kind of. I feel like Camille's sort of in the clear right now, in terms of he's trying to be emotionally responsible about this and
Quinn.
not be a jealous hoe.
I think he rolled an 8. I think I think he deserves
Not
um
him. The it is to see how hurt he is. It's fine.
yeah, no. For all the people in the audience who are like, didn't Quinn and Min talk about this? And Quinn was like, yeah, I deserve to be happy. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest, Quinn kind of chickened out.
To be fair, his crush did just turn into an 8-year-old.
Yeah, so he did kind of go, nope, 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 nope. This is too much to unpack. Yep, I'm actually going to run away from these feelings. Wonderful, great.
Uh, it's fine. We have at least one eavesdropper, so I imagine his ass is gonna get whooped.
I'm just imagining Leo in all caps. Man, they're doing it again. They're making me have to sit through years of pining. I can't do this again.
uh, but yeah, it feels kind of just don't let me hold you back, okay?
Trust me, you.
I,
It's
I
you're
mean, you say what you're about to say, so trust me, I won't hold you back. But he just gestures at himself.
he kind of gives a weak laugh. Arsene, I could promise you, if I didn't already have agreed to this, well, I'd wait however long it takes.
You deserved to. Okay? If this person is someone that can do that for you, then I don't mind.
Well, here's to hoping that she is.
Right.
Make both of our lives less stressful, right? I'm sorry.
It's fine. I kind of. It's not exactly surprising, okay?
What? The fact that I am that popular, or he kind of gives a weak smile.
Well, I mean, I'm not around to steal the fangirls from you, so
Yeah, no,
that's
you
not
aren't.
surprising.
I've got all the
But,
fangirls and fanboys, Arsene, I'm afraid.
yep. And, Well, I feel like I probably don't really need to explain the other bit not
Yeah.
being surprising.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll. I'm sorry, the coward. Yes, he's selfish. I'm so happy.
Oh,
He does pause for a second. Listen, listen. He's gotten magic at therapy. He can have some bit of happiness in his life. Some bit of
mm-hmm.
healthy selfishness. Arsene, can I make one one final selfish request before we drop this for who knows how long?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
If he gives a weak laugh. If you're able to get it, if we're able to get this taken care of before I get married, promise you'll be there to go up against it and say you disagree to this marriage.
But what are you saying? I thought that you were,
I said that I have to do this, and to be honest, I know deep down I do, but that's why I said it was a selfish thing. It would be nice if for, well, even just a minute. Iggy
I
in the
think someone
background is killing me.
I think someone else
It's very,
objects to the
yeah.
marriage.
Uh, and like I said, it's a selfish thing, but well, only for a minute, I can imagine it'll be nice.
All right. Guess I can do that.
Thanks.
I thought your fiance can make.
Fletch?
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah, I just heard
Damn.
I fiance make.
Damn. I really got no rates for you. So yeah, it's just I really hope that your fiance is someone that can make you happy.
Oh, hoping so too. And he kind of just sits there. So, well, we've both gotten our stories out. I guess this is the part of the interrogation where we have the testimonies, and now we just have to ask any follow up questions.
I guess so. Um, I guess on my side, really the most important thing is to um, and you're certain you are certain you are not going to try and fight people alone, right?
Not alone. Like I said,
All right. Well, in that case, what I know is that it wasn't just one lone person. It, I'm certain it was some sort of organization because they had resources some random mercenary would be able to have.
Quinn nods.
For example, experimental poison, which has small chance to shrink people. And they're real kind, I believe. That said, they must have some reason to be an Inkwell. And they're associated with crows. And they wear all black. A description of a person that attacked me that I heard is that they're very tall. They resemble a real kind human, and they have long silvery hair.
Quinn's face has kind of settled into a very serious expression, which you recognize instantly. It's the face he does when he's in the middle of a case. And you can tell that he is taking every word that you are saying and is committing to his memory.
And one last thing that also makes me certain it's an organization and certain that they really, really want me dead is I believe that now, of course, I haven't seen it myself, but Minami did share this as well as other people. But for a while, someone was pretending to be me and making sure that people got a glimpse of this, and he makes air quotes, me. I guess to gauge the reaction if I told anyone.
Quinn kind of winces at that. Yeah, no, can confirm that one.
Which, I mean, to be fair, does make me feel a little justified in keeping it a secret so long, but
Yeah.
I don't tell anyone else I said that because they would kick my butt.
Let me guess. We're talking about Minami.
Yeah. Yeah, it was still incredibly wrong of me to hide it from people, especially for so long. But I did have justification.
Yeah, no, I can agree to that. Don't tell Minami I said that either.
It's a secret.
There's a small laugh. A secret for both of our sakes.
And Camille pauses and sort of squints up at the ceiling, like wondering if he hopes that that certain part was not overheard.
Quinn kind of raises an eyebrow. Camille?
Leo, if you heard that and you tell Minami, I am making sure that you have none of your favorite tea for the next month.
Leo?
This is his house. It's a precaution.
So he's not here, right? And Quinn's looking a little paler.
You two are going to fight sometime later, not today.
I'm not worried about that. It's more. Oh. But it's the. He was from Fort Sinan as well, and well, that's having you react to what I agreed to was I. Okay, I'm gonna. Remember what Minami taught you. Deep breath. And he is closing his eyes and he's trying to calm down.
Yeah, and normally Camille would reach out to try and calm Quinn, but he knows he has freakishly tiny hands compared to Arsene, and he
Yeah,
doesn't want to freak Quinn out more with his touch.
yeah.
Um, and he's just, if it helps, Leo and I are kind of new about the deal, so it's
You.
not too much of a surprise.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
you are just as safe as you were beforehand.
Wonderful. The person who hates me most knows that I broke the most core rule of our entire country. Surely
Oh,
this
he
will not.
doesn't hate you.
Oh, he hates me.
He just needs to beat you up a little bit and then he'll be fine.
He, Arsene, you don't know how. Since you well disappeared, we'll call it that. Leo and I can say quite certainly he hates me.
Have you tried to actually talk to him
Yes, and it always ends in disaster.
outside of trying to get my case files or trying to kill him during an Overblot case?
Yes, I did. And it was the most tense, uncomfortable conversation of my entire life. Every time I did. There's a reason I stopped.
Okay, were you actually talking to him or were you just trying to do small talk and act like nothing happened?
He turns a bit redder.
I think this is why he challenged you to a duel.
I don't want to fight him. I've already done enough harm to him.
Oh, that just makes things easier for him now, doesn't it?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Oh, but I don't think he is.
He'll be fine with that. It'll be fun for him.
Camille raises an eyebrow.
If I let him beat me up enough, he'll enjoy it.
Oh,
I love the
I'll,
gallery.
I'll let you two figure that out yourselves.
All right. Well, okay. Well, all right. Okay. He kind of blinks.
To be honest, the time you were trying to kill him was probably the closest you actually got to solving anything. Each other, I mean.
I still feel bad about that.
Well, you were sort of driven to your absolute limit.
I still feel bad that that was part of my limit.
This is why you need to get your emotions towards them out in a healthy manner instead of just pretending that anger doesn't exist and letting him beat you up.
There's a weak laugh. I'm so glad that I know the truth now because I'd be really concerned about how an 8-year-old was this wise. Wait a second,
Well,
this explains a lot, actually.
Camille jolts. Uh, um, explains what?
It explains how an 8-year-old is involved in so much. Oh, thank the moon. Oh, I still don't like this, but at least I'm not feeling like after our talk on the island, I'm just letting an 8-year-old get away with endangerment. Oh, okay. Okay, I can sleep a
Yeah,
lot
it's
easier.
not. It kind of just happens, okay?
No, no, it doesn't. I refuse to believe that Inkwell can be that cruel.
Camille opens his mouth, closes it, and kind of just looks at you.
Never
Like,
mind.
someone has to solve those murders.
But it shouldn't have to be. I mean, you're not.
Quinn, I'm older than you.
Yes, but also no.
Are you mad that I get more cases than you do?
I don't keep track of that.
Uh-huh. Are you mad that I don't have to try and find cases, but they find me?
I That happens to me sometimes, especially since I started coming here.
Are you mad that this explains why I always had so many more cases than you? And you're realizing that it actually wasn't of any fault of your own, but some weird cosmic twist of fate?
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That just makes me sound sad and pathetic.
Son kind of just laughs.
And he does get a gentle nudge from Quinn, very held back on the strength because of how tiny he is.
Understandable.
Okay. Whose turn was it to ask a question?
um, well, I already explained my stuff. Do you actually wait? I look over at the gallery. Is Can he ask Quinn what the name of Quinn's patron is, or would that mess things up? Because if it would mess things up, I can just have him get distracted. Really. That's fair. We will put a pin in it, and since he can always ask later. Right
Yes.
now, though, I can have him be distracted with something silly.
I'm like, if anything, there's plenty of other stuff to bring up.
Yeah. So, do you know what your fiance is like?
I've heard that she's very nice and very fashionable. I've only
Is
got to briefly meet her, and I'll be honest, both all those meetings were quite
And why are you engaged?
father asked.
Why is he letting you off?
Well, she is from a family of great standing, and it would be very well for my future.
Oh, it's a power grab.
It it makes sense, okay?
It
Once the hype around me dies, it would be good to have some sort of security.
you could just become a regular person and not base your identity around things that are fleeting.
I'm so proud of Arsene.
You
I'm
kind
sorry.
of had to learn this lesson the hard way.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm so proud of the boy. It.
Like, I kind of had to really quickly adjust my self image from
Yeah. Yeah.
and after doing that, it realized it's a little stupid because like you're not really a teen for a long time. You're just setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah. That's why I need the backup.
Are you gonna become like a house husband or
Who knows? I think I'd make a quite nice one. I'm hardworking. Cute, not bad on the eyes.
I'm not sure I can imagine you as a house husband. You like doing things too much.
Well, it's stability is better than I. I am being crushed by my cat.
F.
She she just hopped on and is literally laying. Get off the mic. Get off the mic. Get off the mic.
Time to eat the mic.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Where what? Yes. FPS. I've kissed her forehead for the gallery. Uh, um. Even I'd rather have stability than fun, Arsene. That's more important in the end.
I mean, your dad really has no faith in you, huh?
He he has faith in me.
He kind of sucks.
That's my dad, Arsene.
Yeah, well, my dad sucks as well.
He's got good intentions, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm sure mine did as well. He still sucks.
Listen, Arsene, there's it's
I know
complicated.
it's complicated.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't just exactly
I
tell Noriaki Queen no.
now you see that just makes me want to do that.
Please don't. And he actually does look up at you at that. I don't.
He
Please,
could change that. I think that'll be fun.
please, no, don't. I don't want to see the fallout of that. That's
What's he
not
gonna
the nice.
do? Kill me?
Quinn kind of looks away.
Your dad's not gonna actually kill me.
Not directly, but I wouldn't.
I am very hard to kill, thank you very much.
Oh, I have seen that quite literally right now in front of me.
Ingazak.
He wouldn't kill you, but that's not fun to be on the bad side of, and I don't want to see you end up in that position.
Really, it's kind of only a matter of time, uh, considering.
I don't know. To be honest, I think if you ever told him, "Oh yeah, no, I faked my death because I got involved in a serious crime," he'd probably.
Oh, no, it's not that. Quinn, I'm still a druid. Uh,
Quinn kind of
magic
winces at
decided
that.
to develop a bit differently this time.
Yeah, actually, you definitely shouldn't see him again then.
if I'm already gonna disappoint him, I might as well do it in a big and flashy way. I mean, that's what Sam Layton was always good at.
Quinn's quiet for a moment, and the quarterback got him.
Excuse you, being big and flashy wasn't what got me killed, so.
Yes, but saying no to him is bad enough. And I've seen how he treats druids. I hate to see what both of those combined would end up for you.
I know. I can still want things to be better. You know?
That's all right. As long as you guys say fine, I don't really. I don't bother Dad. Dad doesn't bother me. Works out pretty well. As for, what, 12 years at this point?
Yeah. So.
Though I guess that also warrants saying don't let Leo see him. I don't think Leo would listen to my advice and stay nice. Him and Dad were already not on good terms.
Well, you see,
What?
I'm not sure if I can stop him. In case you haven't noticed, I am not even 3 feet tall, and I think my entire arm is. And he sort of just pulls the sleeve up and sort of waves it. About as thick as a needle.
But you are his older brother still.
Now, you see, I think you would argue with that.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Just keep an eye on him for me.
I always keep an eye on him.
That's your job.
Yep. And in turn, he always keeps an eye on me.
What family's for, right?
Right. Quinn does not need to know about the couch throwing right now. I feel like if Arsene shared the fact that sometimes Leo just grabs him and slam dunks him onto the couch, I don't think that would really go well.
Quinn throws hands. Instantly, Mia Marzi, hop on VC, fighting FPS here and now. This is a joke. Well,
Well,
I guess that kind of answers the question I was going to have.
and that is?
If I could tell Dad the answer to the case.
If things are safe and after everything's all said and done for, I love you and I trust you, Quinn, but that does not extend to your father in the slightest. And
Yeah.
I'm still, you see, now I don't want to like outright accuse your dad of corruption, but like, I
You wouldn't be the
would not.
first.
Oh, it's not about being the first. I, being a very public official with a lot of power and a desire for even more power, he is exactly the type that people like that organization would go for. And not in terms of assassination attempts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you. I hate to say it, but you're right.
I would really like to say that you can tell him I'm alive, but
Yeah, no, that's not worth the risk. Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. Quinn's fidgeting again.
are you okay?
Yeah. Well, what lie do you want me to tell him then?
What
If
does he believe?
that you were brutally murdered and that's the only thing he's really taking?
And what would happen if you told him that?
Because you've been murdered?
Yeah, you told him that he was right, that I did in fact die that day.
He'd asked who did it.
Hmm. And what if you said that it really was an accident, just one with consequences? Maybe an odd point here and there, but I think you would buy Inkwell having odd points everywhere.
Yeah, he would if I hadn't spent so long on the case already. He knows if it was an accident, I would have realized that by now and came back with that conclusion.
Mm. You know who I think would be really good at finding a lie for him?
Who?
I feel like we could probably workshop something with Minami.
Don't get me started on Minami has a lot of feelings about him.
Well, I can't say I blame her, but I more so mean in terms of, well, she's also someone who is on the other side of this case, so she would know, she would have a good idea of what to say that sounds believable and doesn't hold too many consequences.
There's a nod. Oh, Arsene,
Yeah.
you you do realize if we find an official solution, and he makes air quotes, to the case, it, I probably won't be able to help you anymore in Inkwell.
He wouldn't let you go again.
That doesn't like how far away I've been already. You gotta think, I never left Fort Sinon before all this.
Well, you're 18. You can travel. you're currently in the middle of an apprenticeship.
Yeah, all of it which is paid for by Dad. But minus the apprenticeship, he doesn't know about that.
I'm guessing he wouldn't be happy about that.
Oh, he would lose his mind. You don't know the half of it.
Mm. I don't know what to do.
I don't know either, Arsene.
Selfish, but I don't want you to go away right after you back.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't want to lose you again right after getting you back. I'll probably just do what I normally do and tell him I've gotten some new leads, inform him of some evidence or two I've found over the past year, and then I'd come back here. I do need to probably, though, go back again. It's my last visit was really short, and I know that there is a couple more things that I have to do for the make lost time.
All right.
Hey, and he kind of gives a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back before you know it.
Well,
And
if you're not, I'm going to go there and drag you back by the scruff of your neck myself.
deal then.
I
But
think you should stop making those.
unlike you, I'm not a toon. I can make those all I want.
Oh, but you're making them with a tune.
Ah, well, you aren't pinky promising, so I don't see any problem here.
Well, don't underestimate the power of the deal, okay? I say, knowing that this is technically foreshadowing.
Yeah, no, me sitting here, hee hee hoo hooing, like a little gremlin. Me sitting here with my little cup of tea, hee hee hoo hoo. I say with no tea.
Mhm.
I'm literally this whole time I've been fidgeting with a 3D printed fox. I will not lie.
You're so valid. All right,
um,
we should
wrap
probably,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's all there is to ask.
For now at least, but I'll be here, okay? I'm I'm here.
Yeah. And Arsene, one last thing,
Mm.
because I've already been selfish and well, I already asked a lot of you, so it's fair you only know the answer back. If I wasn't already engaged, Arsene, I'd be really happy to be with you.
Well, I guess I'm happy to hear that. Um, if I weren't physically 6 years old, I would be happy to be with you too.
Does he say that? Those exact words?
Why do I feel like you just walked into a trap? to try.
Because you said physically 6.
I guess he says that.
6?
Uh,
Arsene, you're 8.
oh, yeah, right, sorry.
Don't scare me like that. I almost thought for a second there was something more wrong than there actually was. Anyways, is that a good part to stop it on?
Yeah, we'll stop there for now as Arsene starts panic texting Minami and Leo.
Guys, somebody come pick Quinn up, please. He started asking too many questions.
Because, like, originally the plan was to say that, but, well, Quinn's already taking it wrong enough.
Yeah, he's already. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you to all our current listeners.
And thank you to all our future listeners.
Have a
And
good.
thank you, Spec, for playing with me.
Thank you, Fletch, for playing with me.
Bye.
Bye.